Hey guys, it's me again. I was going to talk to you now that I kind of have a perspective of a mindset of recruiting. I want to give you guys some tips and pointers on how to recruit, like how to get recruits. Some of these things, some of you might know, and some of you that are new might not have heard any of these things yet, but they're all really good reminders to have. So the first great place to get recruits is your hostesses. Your hostesses obviously love our books or they wouldn't be having a party with you. So that's a great place to start. They have an enthusiasm and love for our books. So be on the lookout for hostesses that would be great recruits. Obviously, one that has a great RSVP count, one that's really responsive to your coaching and is really excited about the books and interacting and commenting on their friends' posts before the party. So seek out those hostesses that you know have great potential and see things in them that would cause them to allow them to be a great recruit. So that being said, I'm sure a lot of you guys have the hostess coaching script that we have, and in that there's actually a line that you would send them, and you can obviously personalize it, but that you would send them at some point before their party. And it says something like, hey, I think you would be super great at being a consultant. Is this something you've ever thought about doing before? If so, we could change this party over to your name, and you not only will earn the free hostess rewards, but you also would earn the commission from the party, all while still do the party for you. And that's just a great basic line you can use, and you can obviously adjust it however you want to, but the main things are complimenting her. I usually try to choose one thing that she's done well, which is one reason why I think she would be a good recruit. So for example, you have such an enthusiasm and love for our books that would be contagious with all of your fellow customers and hostesses. I think you would do a great job at this. And then, lead into that conversation. And it's really great to make it a very conversational kind of thing. I mean, you can share your story as to like why you joined Usborne's and what do you love about it, about this journey. And if you don't have a success story yet, use your uplines. Use Kate, use Sarah, use Heather, use myself as your success stories to give them, for them to picture and see the potential they can have with Usborne's. But usually with your hostesses, when you offer them that commission, but yet you're still going to do the party for them, usually that's going to make that person want to join the team right then and there, especially if they were already kind of thinking about it already. Giving them that commission is the way to go. And I know sometimes it's really hard when you're starting out because you want the commission, because you want that money earned. But if you're wanting to promote to team leader, you have to have a big picture view of these things. And if you give that commission to your new recruit, then those sales goes toward her success bound that you need her to reach for you to promote. Meaning, if she has a $300 party that you're doing for her, but she's earning the commission or sales under her name, she is now that much closer to being success bound for you. So think big picture when you're thinking these things. And then another great thing is we have that Ask Me About the Business post in all of our templates for our parties, and that's there for a reason. And that reason is for you to get potential recruits out of that. So typically, every single person that asks a question on that post, I always personal message each one individually, either the night of the party or I try to at least the day after the party, if not that night. And I typically will personal message them something like this. I'll say, hey, I know you had some questions about Usborne's last night or tonight during the party, and I was just curious if this is something that you might be interested in. I would love to share more information with you about it and to share this opportunity with you. And typically I'll wait for their response. A lot of people usually will respond. Some people will respond with, yeah, it's really something I've been interested in before. I would love more information. So obviously you would share your, typically I will share my join link with them, and I always tell them, this link is where you would go to join, but it also has great frequently asked questions, and it has great information about becoming a consultant. And always leaving an open-ended question for them to respond back to. And typically I would say, what part of this makes you interested in joining our team? Like, what about Usborne's that excites you and wants you to be a part of the team? That way they have a reason to respond back to you. And then just as yesterday, if you have those people that say they're interested and they have the big word but this, use the feel, felt, found approach. And that's where you acknowledge their feelings, and then you tell them, I felt that same way, and then you give them a reason how Usborne's will fit in their life with that situation still. And you can always message Heather, Kate, or myself a screenshot. We would love to help you guys in those conversations on what we would respond in that situation. But those are two really great ways to get recruits. One is to always try to turn your hostesses into recruits, and then always use your Ask Me About the Business post to your advantage by personal messaging those people. And be sure to make a comment in there asking about the business post question, telling them you sent them a personal message. That way they know to look for it. Because if you're not friends, they won't get that message. But those are just two really great things to do. And I would recommend you guys all doing that and being excited about it. And let us know if y'all have any questions or need any ideas with those conversations.